Well, hello there, and welcome back to War Thunder. I'm Corny Swiss, and today I'm driving around the Panzer IIIL in a arcade battle on Jungle. And I'm happy to say that I'm finally done traveling, and today is the first day that I'm not going to be heading anywhere or driving hours and hours on end. But so that's nice. It means I'll be able to focus a little bit more on being able to play, War Thunder, World of Warships, and getting after some of the video ideas I've had and I just haven't been able to do for such a long time just due to traveling and things like that. So, things to look forward to, that's for sure. The things I've talked about previously, like I have a couple how-to videos in mind, and then a few discussions I want to have with some other topics in War Thunder. But busting around this corner to chase this F2 because, it's what you should do. Bounced his return, or didn't bounce it, but only my loader got wrecked. Pop him in the front plate. Just best place to shoot an F2, right through that driver's hatch. That'll do him in just about every time. Taking hits from a 3J down the way. He's using the tank traps as cover, which I didn't realize at the time, or at least not at this second, and I realized it a little bit later that I'm just shooting tank traps. But things you can expect over the next week as I'm collecting clips for some other ideas, some revisits. I want to push the revisit for the King Tiger 105 up, and I want to get working harder on a couple reviews. But I'm going to be doing a sort of in my previous World of Warships video, I talked about some shell mechanics and things like that. I'm going to be doing a few more of those, talking about various mechanics in that game. But I also want to do this kind of the same for some aspects of War Thunder. And the first how-to is going to deal with accuracy. And there's a few tools we have in the game that can really, really help. And it won't be a really long discussion. I think the replay I have for that is not terribly long, but it's a good demonstration of using those tools effectively, and that's what I want to show. Now, this very sneaky 3L has gotten over there on top of that rise. That was actually the guy I was shooting at earlier. And I'm trying to get my gunner back so I can let him have it. My loader is dead, and I believe a couple other crew members might be dead. So that was unfortunate. He probably should have not come out from that position, because my gunner would certainly be up and at him, and by coming out of that position, not having his turret directly pointing at me, he gave me the first shot, which, realistically, if he was going to do that, he should have done that very quickly so that he could chase me and get to me when my gunner was still down. There's another sneaky 3L over there on top of that hill. I'm not going to be able to do much about him. Ooh, it's like pollen or something. Yeah, it's like when I was driving yesterday, I noticed my car, I drive a black car, and when it pollens in the air, it's kind of amusing because my car turns into a giant bumblebee. And it's starting to get some bumblebee-esque features. So, don't know how I feel about that. I don't feel great about it, but whatever. It's not like I get my car wash all that often. So, anyway, need to get off that hill because there were enemies starting to sort of train in on me. We own 2 of the zones, and it looks like we have a little push for C, unless that's just a ton of AI, which could be. But myself and this 105 over here are going to be trying to deal with some of these guys and defend the A cap. Shell went low into the dirt. It's unfortunate. And what I probably should have done here is tried to spawn a bomber, but someone else got to it. But I'm trying to be very sneaky, trying to show as little of my tank as possible and still put shots onto this Stug. And if we're lucky, we can hit him, try and knock him out. But time to get out of here, though. We have some we have some serious AAA, or not AAA, artillery coming in. That's how you can tell it's a little more early. I had an 8 a.m. class today, and I cannot stand it. You know, it's when I feel like having an 8 a.m. class shouldn't be allowed, but I do, so rip. Coming around this corner now, was this a good decision? Probably not. Panzer IV, the premium Panzer IV. Hit him with my first shot, and then he's definitely ready for me this time. And he's just gonna pump one in the side of my tank, and I wasn't angled. Right, I was over angled, and I was hoping that I wouldn't be showing the side of my tank, but yeah, I clearly was, and he gave it to me real good right there. So, oh well. Time to go with the F2. And the F2 got I know it's had it for some time. It's been a 3.3 battle rating. I've never really talked about it, but the F2, you see, a lot of people really like the F2 or play it a lot. I don't like the F2. It's soft. Then what do I mean by soft? It means like just about anything can kill it. But then also, it can kill just about everything. So it's, you know, but for me, it's, if a tank can't take one hit, it's very difficult for me to play it. Usually I find that it's just much easier if you can take a hit, or maybe two, or somewhat reliably take at least one hit before getting wrecked. And the F2 to me just never has been able to do that. There's been times when it's, for some reason, got extra armor on that day, but most of the time I find that if the first time I get hit, I either lose most of my components or I just die. And that's always sad. What's happening now is the enemy are capturing A, which is not good. Could be worse, but it's not good, since we own the other two. So I'm going to come up here, put that Sherman out of his, he'll put him out of his misery. He'll be spreading no freedom today. No freedom today. 3J, reloaded, he misses, I fire and send one through his commander's face, which is unfortunate for his commander's face. And now we're just going to keep trying to just defend this path. I mean, the game's just about over, so it's just about time to get really bold. Bombs incoming. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. Nice, ooh. Killed that guy. Well, didn't knock out the tank, but hit his crew member. I always find it amusing when it's like when you hit a crew member like directly in the face. Like, it must be like that scene in Fury where the dude gets his head blasted off, which, you know, is kind of gruesome, but you know, it happens. But I always feel like you should get an extra little combat message that says like headshot or something like that, you know, like in the Duke Nukem voice. I feel like that'd be pretty funny. Trying to squeak some shots out. I totally forgot that this tank has machine gun, but a fun little game. And this week I'll be able to play War Thunder much more, and I'll have a little bit more time to do things before the school schedule ramps back up. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. Yesterday we got featured in Fly Daily's top 5, number 4, with that M103 shot. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that. That was cool. He didn't have to do that, and it was nice. And I was half expecting it to be an honorable mention or a number 5, not a number 4, because I went and watched the other. I haven't seen very many of those, so I went and watched the other ones, and there's some pretty amazing stuff on those. If you haven't watched the older ones, I encourage you to do so. But anyway, thanks for watching. I'm Corny Swiss. I'll see you next time.